Okay, shocking turn of events here. Josh Allen, not Lamar Jackson, is the most valuable player. There's going to obviously be a lot to talk about there. But one of the more surprising, I think, MVP discussions we've had, MVP decisions we've had. Now, Josh Allen was favored to win MVP, which I thought was weird because Lamar Jackson, of course, was the first team All-Pro, and the same people that vote for All-Pro vote for MVP. But I assumed there was going to be some situation where perhaps maybe Saquon Barkley would get like 10 first place votes, and then him and Lamar Jackson split enough first place votes that Josh Allen's able to win that way. No, that's not what happened. In fact, only two players got first place votes here. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen were the only two players who got first place votes. Allen gets 27, Lamar gets 23, which is a little confusing, right? Why is the All-Pro, again, these are the same people that vote. I think that's what we have to keep reminding ourselves here, because I don't think it's a crazy take to give Josh Allen the MVP. I think they're both very worthy. It's just a little surprising given the way that the voting works. I'm just a little confused as to why would you vote for Lamar Jackson for All-Pro and Josh Allen for MVP. I suppose you could say that MVP is simply about value, and maybe you feel like Allen brought more value even if Lamar was the better player, but if you're the better player, wouldn't you bring more value? So, I don't know. That's a weird one. Now, personally, I mean, I will say this. I would have given Lamar Jackson the award. I would have. I also last year said I would have given Josh Allen the award, and a lot of people pushed back on that. So ultimately, I do think you can make a strong argument for Allen winning MVP. The stat that keeps getting brought up is he only had one Pro Bowl teammate. Lamar Jackson had 8. Not that that's the end-all be-all, but you could argue that Lamar did have more help this year. And you look at something like EPA per play, which continues to be a great indicator of who wins MVP. I thought this year was going to be an exception. It is not. The Bills, Josh Allen was the leader in EPA per play, which is kind of like a better passer rating is the way to look at that one. So, that tends to be a great indicator of success. Best offense often can mean, that guy wins the award. Although, again, part of why I would still lean Lamar is I think Allen did get relatively lucky with the turnover-worthy play rate stuff. Like, his turnovers were very low this year. He was all right at protecting the football, but, there's sort of advanced stats we don't have to get too much into. Just find that interesting. Lamar was legitimately great at protecting the football, but ultimately, I wonder how much this factored in, and I hope it didn't. I hope this doesn't factor in, but you wonder how much it factored in the fact that Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs and Josh Allen does not have an MVP, right? Because Lamar having 2 and Allen having 1 feels a lot more like right, given what we've seen from these guys in their career, than Lamar having 3 and Allen having 0, I think. But you can't vote that way, right? You have to vote for who you think was the most valuable player of the year. So, again, no issue with Josh Allen winning the award. Congratulations to Josh Allen. He deserves an MVP, in my opinion, these past few years. Just weird how the voters came to this conclusion is kind of where I stand here. We can talk about the other awards. Why not? We have, Kevin O'Connell winning Head Coach of the Year, which is a bit of a funny award, right? Given how things went in the playoffs. It feels like that always happens, right? Feels like every year, seemingly, the Coach of the Year, it goes horribly wrong in the playoffs, although wasn't his fault in the playoffs, I didn't think. Just a lot went wrong there. I would have given that to Dan Campbell, I think, personally, but I get it. I understand what the Vikings were supposed to be and what they ended up being. That's that's what does it for you. Hall of Famer stuff: Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, and Sterling Sharp being only 4 players making the Hall of Fame this year. Sure, it feels a little weird for me seeing guys who I grew up watching now making the Hall of Fame. I feel like it used to be when guys made the Hall of Fame, it's like, oh, people I've heard about but never watched. Now it's like, no, I watched a lot of Antonio Gates football, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. Jared Allen, yeah, I remember him. He was really good. That makes me feel old a little bit, but there's that. Jared Verse winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. That was expected. There was really no second place, I think. A couple of interesting other awards, I think, are the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, which, I don't know. This is one that maybe I'll get some pushback on, but okay, so Jaden Daniels wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. On one hand, I get it. He was a top 5 quarterback. Brock Bowers, again, these are the same people that vote for All-Pros. He won the All-Pro or he was the All-Pro, I should say, for tight end. I'm just a little confused by the award. Do we just give it to the best quarterback that was a rookie every year? Because, don't get me wrong, Daniels was amazing as a rookie, and maybe you could just say it's weighted. It's harder to be a rookie quarterback than it is a rookie other positions, so that's what we weighted as. But as good as Daniels was, if we're saying Brock Bowers was the best at his position, was he just ineligible from winning that award this year? What could he have done to win the award, I guess, at this point? If he's the best at his position and still can't win the award, I don't know. Again, multiple people were deserving of an Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Daniels wasn't just a good rookie quarterback. He was a great quarterback, period. So I understand it, but I don't know. That's one I thought of. Saquon Barkley won Offensive Player of the Year. That was I thought it was going to be unanimous. It wasn't. There was actually kind of some votes spread it out, but he ultimately got it. That felt obvious to me. Defensive Player of the Year was another interesting one. Pat Surtain won. You could have argued a few other players. I think Trey Hendrickson was the guy I kind of leaned towards, but I like that we're giving corners the award more. We should give corners the award more, and I think what ultimately did it for him was, Hendrickson was good, but he wasn't on a great defense. TJ Watt kind of had a down year by his insane standards, right? I don't know. Surtain, in my opinion, was clearly the best corner in football, so why not give it to him? I understand it. So, yeah, interesting, very interesting award show. Hey, again, I can't get over the fact that, I would love to see somebody in the media explain why they voted for Lamar Jackson to win All-Pro, but then they voted for Josh Allen to win MVP. Maybe the All-Pros were spread out. That's the only other thing I can think of. Because, this has happened before, where whoever finished first in the All-Pro did not get the MVP, but that was Joe Montana and Jerry Rice split MVP votes, and that allowed it to go somewhere else for the MVP award, even though Montana was I believe it was Montana, if I remember correctly, was the All-Pro. That kind of makes sense, right? This didn't happen here. It's just some people voted Josh Allen for MVP and Lamar for first-team All-Pro. I don't know. I don't understand it, but congratulations to Josh Allen. Again, worthy of an MVP. But those are my thoughts on the awards ceremony. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.